In this short video, I'll be talking to you about the international relations key concept of sovereignty. Just as within our society, there are certain standards of behaviour of and between states in the international environment. These standards of behaviour are called norms, in that this is the normal way of doing things. One of the most important international norms is the norm of state sovereignty. It pretty much forms the basis of the international system of states, so we really should have a good understanding of what it entails. Established way back in 1648, the norm of state sovereignty means that all states recognise that only the government of a state has jurisdiction for making laws and using force within that state. Under international law, each independent nation-state has supreme authority over its territory and internal affairs, to the exclusion of all external powers on the principle of non-interference. Whether for ideological, religious, or economic motives, ties of kinship, or any other reason, intervention in the affairs of another nation-state is prohibited. So, sovereignty both grants and limits power. It gives states complete control over their own territory while restricting the influence that states have on one another. State sovereignty also includes the idea that all states are equal as independent sovereign states. Despite their different land masses, population sizes, economic or military capacity, all states, ranging from the tiny island nation of Tuvalu to vastly populated China, have an equal right to function as a state and make decisions about what occurs within their own borders. States are deemed equal just by their status as nation-states. Since all states are equal in this sense, no country has the authority to tell another country how to control its internal affairs. That's how it should be in principle anyway. It's not just states that operate internationally, of course. Today, people from all over the world, from many different countries, are more and more connected than ever before. The globalised world of today has placed the independence of sovereign states under significant pressure. The usual discussion points to at least three ways that globalisation has affected sovereignty. First, the enormous increase in international trade and foreign investment and the speed of international financial transactions has interfered with the ability of nation-states to control their domestic economies. Second, nation-states have responded by delegating authority to international organisations such as the World Trade Organization in order to level the playing field and have access to international dispute mechanisms. Third, international laws, free trade agreements, international courts and so on, generated in part by these organisations, have placed limitations on the independent conduct of domestic policies. It's not just about economics, as you can imagine. How can nations defend themselves against the breakout of disease, the circulation of radical ideas on the internet, ballistic missiles? What if a state is unable or unwilling to ensure its authority within its territory, resulting in the mass movement of people fleeing violence? The emissions pumped into the air to provide for the population of any given state don't just remain in that national airspace. Some of the greatest challenges of our time defy the logic of sovereign territorial boundaries. With globalisation, some commentators consider there has also been an internationalisation of societies, a deterritorialisation of social space, a universalisation of culture. Like-minded people are more and more able to join hands across the globe to work together in solving these challenges. Perhaps you'll join them someday too. I'm Diane Colman. Thanks for watching.